Good afternoon, students. I have gathered you in this Zoom meeting so you could have the honor to help me, your beloved teacher. Now, I need you to explain in your own words some of the bullet points that we saw in the previous class. This to reinforce the knowledge that I gently gave you. Not because I had no idea how to explain this to my next class. Please, Miss Jeannie, explain the bullet point E, delivering your presentation.
Well, I think it's necessary to be sure about the information that you're going to talk about. So a few practice runs might help to improve the way others deliver a presentation. And it's actually helpful if you want to know how to transition from one idea to another. I usually make a script with the most relevant information to avoid getting lost. But also, it's great to surprise the audience and include unexpected things that help other people to stay interested in the topic. If you think that it's boring, it's probably also boring for the audience. And also, don't try to be funny if you're not naturally funny. Maybe try with some images or illustrations.
Wonderfully explained, Miss Weasley. Now, Mr. Potter, I think that for the boy who lived, explaining 2 bullet points would be like a ride in a unicorn. Please explain to all of us the bullet points F1 and F2. Follow up, and the floor is a stage.
Okay, Professor, thank you. I will explain the point follow-up. Professor, it's important that you are able to receive feedback from students after each class. It might also be a very good idea to send presentations through Canvas so that everyone can continue to refer to that information. And don't forget to thank the students for listening. And if someone if someone helps you present, you should thank them for the help. Another point to be discussed will be the floor is a stage. This point is crucial. If you are not funny or charismatic, be natural. You should not force yourself to be someone you are not. That could run student learning. Yep.
Perfectly done, Mr. Potter. 10 points for Gryffindor. Oh, I've always wanted to say that. Now, Miss Granger, please enlighten us with the bullet point C. Only talk when you have something to say.
Okay, this point is very simple but important. Only speak when you have something to say, such as relevant information. Remember that people time is important, and if you are going to say boring information or information that has nothing to do with the topic, it is better not to speak. And that's it.
Lastly, as always, Mr. Ronald Weasley. Please, try to explain the bullet point D. Make a persistent message and try not to hurt yourself in the way.
Okay, Professor, thank you for giving me this opportunity. It is necessary to impact our audience with the message that we are going to give because our audience has to be able to understand in a simpler way what we are trying to say. So the message must be clear and precise so that they are able to remember it. Despite the days that have passed, we must also be very brief in our explanation and not length, since the time of our audience is valuable and we do not want them to get bored in the explanation.
And this is why Howards have the most brilliant minds in the magical world. Professor Dumbledore, me, and others. Now, leave me alone. I have to make some notes so you don't forget the explanations that you just gave.